Yo, what's up guys? It's your boy Annie Z with What If Naruto Was Banished and Was Emperor Part 1. So let's get started. Naruto, you will always be weak. I will kill you and unlock my Mangekyo Sharingan and then go to Orochimaru and get the power to beat Itachi, Sasuke says. Sasuke, you're an idiot. He wants your body and you call me a dumbass. And yet you say you don't want to be like Itachi, but you would kill your own best friend and betray the village for more power? You're a carbon copy of Itachi. The only difference between you and him is Itachi is actually strong while you're weak, a failure. People call you a prodigy, but that's a lie, just to get your ego up. We all know that Itachi could do everything you could do at the age of 3, Naruto yells. You dumb dope, how dare you say that I'm weaker than Itachi, Sasuke screams, stabbing Naruto in the seal with a kunai. Naruto's conscience begins to fade as he wakes up in a white and empty void. Where am I? Don't tell me that emo bastard won, Naruto says. So you finally arrived, mongrel, a voice says. Who are you and how dare you call me mongrel? I'm Naruto and I'm going to be the greatest. But Naruto is cut off. Compared to me, you and everybody else that is alive are mongrels. To think I've been reincarnated into someone as weak as you. You mongrel shall not disgrace me any longer. Now hold out your hand, the voice says. What? Okay, but who are you? And stop calling me that. Stop calling me mongrel. My name is Naruto. Naruto, and you shall address me as such, Naruto says. Scared, this man had an aura of dominance. It seems that you're starting to gain my personality, mongrel. Now we shall see. Now we shall become one again. You ask who I was. I'm Gilgamesh, king of kings, and the king of Uruk, son of a goddess. I'm a half god, Gilgamesh says as they become complete. So this is who I truly am. To think I used to be such a mongrel. How dare those villagers treat me like a wild animal. It's time I remind them of their place, but right now I have a peasant to put in his place, Naruto says, as the whiteness fades and Naruto awakens. Now die, dope, so that I can get the power to defeat Itachi, Sasuke says. Naruto's red eyes opens up as portals appear around Sasuke as chains latch onto him. What is this? I demand that you release me. As your superior and as a Uchiha elite, you weakling, Sasuke yells. You dare speak to me in such a tone, you mongrel. Know your place, Naruto says, as more portals open up, but instead of chains coming out, this time swords, spears, arrows, and other penetrating weapons came out and started to impel themselves into Sasuke, putting him near death. Now that you know who's superior, I will give you a reminder to never mess with me again, Naruto says, as a gold light appears on his hand, and out came a sword. Naruto walks closer and closer to Sasuke, who tried to free himself from the chains of heaven. Mongrel, you really do take pride in your eyes. It will be a shame if someone took them away from you, Naruto says as he stabs out the left eye. He then puts the sword away, and his hand then glows red with Nine-Tails chakra, as he puts the Kyuubi chakra on Sasuke's busted eye, as his skin began to glow and then started to regenerate, forming over the closed eye, blocking the eye hole, destroying any chakra paths that was in the eye. There we go. That looks much better. An improvement if I must say so myself, Naruto says. How dare you, Dobe, destroy my Sharingan and you make it so I can't have another eye. I will make you pay, Imo says. I'm so scared. That was sarcastic, by the way. I know mongrels such as yourself don't understand sarcasm. But anyway, it's way past your bedtime and it's time for you to sleep, Naruto says, as he created a hammer out of gold light, bashing Sasuke's head and knocking him out, and the last few brain cells that he had also left. Naruto forms chains and used them to pull Sasuke. I will not touch a mongrel. As a king, like myself, I do not carry trash, Naruto says to himself, making his way to Leaf. Naruto makes it to the Leaf as the gods see Naruto. Naruto then undoes the chain as they take Sasuke. Demon, how dare you treat Uchiha-sama like this? As Naruto bitch slaps him away. I'm sorry, mongrel, but what did you call me? A demon? No, I'm a god. You should do your best to remember that. Unless you want to die, you hairless ape, Naruto says, walking past him. Damn delusional demon. I can't wait till he finds out what happens to him, the guard says. Naruto went home and went to sleep. The next day, he was called into the Hokage office. Naruto was taking the roofs to get there. As he was going towards the Hokage tower, he saw the villagers were celebrating. I didn't think the mongrels would be happy that I brought the Uchiha in such a state to be celebrating. He was near death and has one eye. He looks like that freak Kakashi, Naruto says. Naruto arrived at the office but was shocked to see who it was. Naruto Uzumaki, do you know why I have called you here? A male voice said. No, but you're the fourth Hokage. You died. How are you alive? Naruto demanded. Indeed, I am the fourth Hokage and you are here for your crimes, Minato says. What crimes? Naruto says. The crimes of hurting Uchiha, Urane says. So I bring that mongrel back and I apparently did a crime, Naruto says. Watch your tongue, failure of a son. You're nothing but a disposable tool to quell the hatreds in the heart of the village so that your brother may live peacefully when he comes back. Yes, I abandoned you for your brother and your mother also went along with it. She is right there, he says, pointing at Kushina. We did it so we could train him and save the world, as he was the child of prophecy, while you are just a sacrifice, a disposable tool, Minato says. You dare speak to me like that, mongrel, Naruto says, but before he could open the gates of Babylon and kill Minato and the council, he heard a voice in his head that told him to stop if he wants to leave this village and torture them and make them suffer. Very well, beast, I shall oblige this once, Naruto says to Kurama. Fine then, what's my punishment? I know you can't kill me unless you want to risk part 2 of the Nine-Toes attack and that little bastard of a son of yours being destroyed by the Nine-Toes chakra being released, Naruto says. So you're not dumb, as we thought. Well, you've been banished by a unanimous decision, Minato says. Very well, Naruto says. If he turns to look at Kushina. You, a former Jinchuriki of the Nine-Toes, agreed to this, and as a Uzumaki abandoned your own child, hell awaits you. You are no Uzumaki, Naruto says, as he walks out. But when he walked out, Kushina and her son started feeling a burning feeling of pain as they both collapsed to the ground. Minato comes running. Kushi, what's going on? Minato asks, as Kushina screamed out loud. Minato, Naruto just activated the blood trial on us. It's an Uzumaki judgment technique that will judge us as an Uzumaki, and we've been deemed unfit since we committed a crime against the family. We will now lose our Uzumaki bloodlines. You have to find a way to steal the Nine-Tails away quick, Kushina says. As Minato rushed to the side, so did the council, as red chakra started to leak out of Naruto's brother, destroying his body, as the seal was breaking. The civilians then ran to the door, but it never opened. Naruto has sealed the door. Open the damn door, demon, they shouted, but nobody could hear them outside. Naruto was currently running to the Namikaze compound. On the way, he saw the rookies. Naruto went towards them, only to stop when he heard, Finally, the demon will be gone, and we can pretend to stop being his friends, says Shikamaru. Tell me about it. I can finally have Akamaru stop being nice to him forcefully, Kiba says, as Akamaru barked, as he hated that fox. Yeah, now that unyouthful stain on Lord Fourth's name will be gone, and we can finally be stronger than ever, and Leaf shall be glorified and legends as the one village that will exist, Lee says. It's logical we rid ourselves of an asset that will destroy the village, Shina says. The fool thought he could defy fate. His own father hated him, Neji says. Tell me about it. I had to pretend to have a crush on him when I had it on his brother, Naruto says. Now that he's banished, Lady Kushina said she would train me in swords, like she promised, Tenten says. Finally that demonic stain is gone, Sakura Horano says, as well as Ino. Naruto got pissed. One day, you mongoose, you will fall to this king. I will make your defeat painful, and one that lives throughout legend as the most cruelest defeat in history, Naruto says. Naruto got to the Namikaze compound and stole everything before he pulled out EA and destroyed the house. He then turned invisible and walked out of the village. Suddenly, an explosion of red chakra happened as he turned around and saw the other half of the Nine-Tails were being released from his brother, no longer being a Uzumaki, so he was no longer able to contain it, as it ripped apart the village to shreds, before Minato managed to use Flying Raijin to teleport it away, but the damage was done. 75% of the village was destroyed, 25% of civilians and shinobi were destroyed. Fox, tell me where I can disappear off the face of the elemental nations, Naruto says. Brat, I'm only helping you since you destroyed the village and released my other half and crippled the fourth bastard of a son. You should go to the west, past the land of the sand, Nine-Tails says. Very well, good work, Fox. You have served me well, Naruto says as Kurama rolled his eyes at Naruto. This new personality has gotten annoying, but it's better than his old one, Kurama thought. Naruto then summons Gilgamesh's ship, Vimana, the throne of Heaven's Soaring King. As it appeared from gates of Babylon, Naruto jumped onto it and sat on his throne. and he soared towards the west. He stopped on the way at sand to tell Garo what has transpired, who told him that he would tell the land of waves, snow, waterfall to cut the alliance, which he will do right now. Soon enough, Naruto had arrived in the west, soaring past the giant wall in his magic-filled ship, which allowed him to enter since he had magic and his ship had magic. Naruto was currently hovering over the country of Camelot when he saw a beautiful blonde woman with blue eyes holding a golden silverish sword. He recognized this woman from Gilgamesh's memories of the war as Saber, but in this timeline she was just arturia Pendragon. Arturia was currently getting ambushed by demons. Naruto formed a sword and cut the demon, killing it dead. "Are you alright?" Naruto asked with a smirk as Arturia blushed. "Who is this guy? Does he not know who I am? I'm the princess of Camelot. Maybe he could treat me normally, rather than someone impossible to attain, or someone who's just worthy of being a wife just so that some random guy can get title and a beautiful body," she thought sadly. "I'm Arturia Pendragon, and you are?" Arturia asked. "My name is Naruto Uzumaki, my lady," Naruto says as she blushes. "Do you not know who I am?" Arturia says. "My apologies if I do not recognize you, but I am from the east," Naruto. "How? Without mana you cannot leave the veil, and without chakra you cannot enter the veil," Arturia says. "Well, I'm a different case. I'm the reincarnation of Gilgamesh, a mana user," Naruto says. "Wait, you mean King of Uruk?" This was Uruk when the countries were combined, but after Gilgamesh died, it fell into war. It had a civil war, and now you can see the separated kingdoms. "Are you him, the child of prophecy? Please tell me your story," Arturia says as Naruto explained the story. "It's you. You're the one we've been waiting for," Arturia says as he gave a confused expression. "I'm not in trouble, am I?" Naruto says as for some reason he felt attracted to this girl and didn't want to be on her bad side, and he also didn't want to call her mongrel. There was a prophecy that the King of Kings will be returning to the kingdom of Uruk and will reunite us under his rule after being betrayed by his village from the east. I believe him to be you, King of Kings, Gilgamesh, or should I say Naruto Uzumaki," Arturia said, blushing. "Okay, now you know who I am and my story. How about you tell me yours?" Naruto says with dominance, making Arturia blush. "My name is Arturia Pendragon, and I am the princess of this land, Camelot," as she explains everything about herself. We now skip 3 years. We now present to you the emperor of the revived Uruk Empire, King Gilgamesh's reincarnation, Naruto Uzu Pendragon, and his wife and empress of Uruk, Arturia Uzu Pendragon. Naruto woke up from his dream. After 3 years of fighting a war to unite the West, yesterday he had finally succeeded. He had reformed Uruk, became its emperor, and achieved peace between humans, angels, demons, gods, fallen angels, dragons, and much more species like vampires and others. He had defeated the demon king Lucifer and put Krama, who he had freed, in charge of the demons of the West. He defeated Acnologia and restored the twin dragons emperors known as D-Drake and Albion to power, who in return taught him boosted and dividing dragon slayer magic. He allied himself with Azazel of the fallen angels and the gods, as well as Michael, as well as Moka Akashia, the princess of vampires. After them felt something twitch to his side as he looked to see his beautiful wife, Arturia Pendragon Uzumaki, or as they were called over here, Arturia Uzu Pendragon. "Morning, my love," he heard her say. "Morning, my saber," he said. Naruto got out of his bed and did the usual morning routine of taking a bath, brushing his teeth, changing his clothes, getting into his royal armor. As he walked out of the room, he was tackled down into a hug by 2 girls. The first was Mordred Uzu Pendragon, and the second was Mikoto Uzu Pendragon. Mikoto was named after Mikoto Uchiha, the only Uchiha he had ever respected, the person who he saw as the mother who raised him, while Arturia named Mordred the first daughter. Papa, are we really going to see Uncle Garo and the ninjas of the East fight each other in the tuning exams?" they said. "Yes, but I want you to be careful. I'll give you my permission to kill anyone who touches you. You don't know, as in the East, the countries over there are currently unstable and at war, and are dangerous. Do not hesitate to kill them. Do you understand me?" Naruto says, as the girls nodded. "Very well. Now go to the ship that will escort you to the land of sand, where my friend Garo will help keep you and your mother safe." Naruto says, as he narrowed his eyes towards the garden door. Assassin, keep those two and arturia champ protected by any means necessary, even if it means causing a war. Our country is strong enough to destroy anyone in the east. During those exams, I do not want anyone near them. You know those villagers will try to hold them hostage to get something out of the empire, Naruto says as Assassin nodded. As Naruto leaves to his palace garden. You can come out now, Toad Mongo. You grew up well, kid. It's been 3 years, the voice says. 5 years, 3 months, and 10 days to be exact. You've got some nerve, trespassing on my land. Your son-in rights aren't authorized to let you in my empire, Toad Mongo. We didn't have a choice, Naruto. We needed a sacrifice or a prophecy. You have got to understand. We had to save the world. One child is not worth the world. Well, Mongo, you had a choice, and you chose wrong. But luckily, I was the child of prophecy of this land. I'm sure you've heard of everything I've done, as Jiraiya nodded. And I'm proud that my teachings helped you restore peace to someone's land. But Naruto, the leaf really needs you back. Naruto, the leaf is in trouble after you were banished. We're facing Sound, Rock, Cloud, and several other small nations who are allied with Orochimaru and the Sound. The Mist are staying out of this. They do not want to ally with the leaf because the leaf did not help them. We have no way of winning. After you snitched on the Uzumaki heads, Menma and Kushina, we lost our Jinchurikis. Even the Akatsuki have joined the other side. It seems their leader Pain and Madara have a grudge against the leaf, even more so than making them complete their plans, which they could easily do by easily take out the Jinchurikis of the other country. Also, your trading company has been taking all the leaf civilians' businesses in other nations, leaving us broke, Jiraiya says, as Naruto played with his flower in his garden and smiled. That was all Minato and the leaf councils. Ask them for help since they are all knowing and never wrong. As for my trading route, they're yes business. Besides, why would they need a demon to help? You can ask the rookies. They said that the leaf could prosper without the demon interference. And what about your allies, Naruto says as Jiraiya looks away. Oh, that's right, they turned on you. They turned the leaf after you banished me. Sand, wave, snow, waterfall all ended their treaties because you know what they had in common. I helped you get them as alliances. Even the Fire Lord pulled back his funding, not wanting to anger the other nations. Jiraiya was shocked. You know this? Yet you won't lift a finger to help us? Your home? Jiraiya says. Why should I help a village that tormented me since my birth? Why should I help a village that is led by a father that would leave his own son to hatred and come back and rub it in his face and then banish him? Hypocrite of a mom who was a demon herself, demon Jinchuriki herself, but calls her son a demon. I won't help them. The leaf is not my home, Naruto says, smiling. Naruto, please, the leaf will be destroyed. I beg you help us, Jiraiya says. No, I don't care, Naruto says as golden portals open up and chains bind him. Toad-san and Jiraiya, you dirty Mongol, for entering my lands without permission, but also spying on me. You will have your chakra sealed and your sentence is in jail for 2 years in the castle dungeon, Naruto says. Please, Naruto, the leaf needs my spy work. Please let me go, Naruto says. I don't care, Jiraiya. In case you haven't noticed it, you simpleton. I'm cheering for the other side. I want them to win. I want the leaf crushed. Also, your title of super pervert will be nothing but a memory once my torturer Medea is done with you. So please, do spill all the secrets that you know of the leaf to her, Naruto says as Medea takes him away. All that was heard was screaming. Naruto, please help me, Jiraiya said. But was quiet. Naruto activated the seals. But was quiet. Naruto activated the noise seals. About time. It's time to head towards the land of sand tuning exams. I'm betting that leaf will be crushed like the insects they are. Those dirty mongrels, Naruto says. Peace.